Hello, Renee. Again, this is Mike Richards. Thanks for sending these swings in from your daughter's swing. We'll really look at this first one on this face-on view. She's got a pretty darn good looking swing. What I would probably do initially, grip doesn't look too bad. What I would do initially is this ball position, in my opinion, is just a touch bit too far back. So I would actually move that ball position about another inch forward, maybe about an inch and a half at most. But that's going to help us a little bit. So the yellow line's where I'd like to see the ball position. Obviously the red line is where it is for a driver, and I think that's a little too far back. Her hands, because the ball position is bad, you can see how they're in front. Well, what will happen is when you change that ball position with a driver, the club will run straight up the arm, not have that little off angle like we see with an iron. So let's go with the yellow ball position first. Now, what I'm going to do is clear that off, and then what I want to do is re-put the yellow line in there, because I want you to understand what I see here that's kind of restricting your golf swing. Watch your head in the backswing. You take it away nicely, and then it's like your head tilts back towards the target. It's going this way. Now, somewhere in your development, someone's probably told you don't move your head, keep your eye on the ball. Those are two phrases I don't really buy into, and I think you'll see when you start looking at some of the swing models that I have, you're going to watch. This is obviously a guy. This is Brad Faxon. Watch his head, even with an iron swing. And I really work on with my students getting their heads to drift. I don't want their heads ever going up and down. Don't want them up and down. But boy, they can certainly move a little bit right to left. And I think if we play your swing a little bit, you're going to see your head at the top almost tilt. Now, what happens here is your weight doesn't have a chance to get back behind your ball. Now, when you're swinging short irons, you can get away with that. When you're swinging drivers and long clubs, I just don't buy into that. You got to keep that head right there, because what's going to happen to her is as she comes down, she's going to do one of two things. She's going to thrust her head back like she's doing here. So now her body weight's going away from where it should be going. Sorry about that. But the body weight kind of goes back, so it goes away from the going forward, so she's not really hitting it with everything she's got. Now, as far as her impact, boy, I really love this. Her hand and her arms do a nice job through the strike. And then what I would again look at is, let's let some release happen. And what I mean by that is, let's get this glove turning over. And right now it doesn't turn over. So I'm going to put another model up there for you. And another model I'm going to do, this time is going to be Paula Creamer. And I want you to see her glove after she hits this ball. You see that glove? That glove is turned under her right arm. And her glove on the left is clearly above her right arm. So what she does is she gets a swing that's effective. It'll hit the ball down the fairway, but we're really losing some power because we're not really releasing the golf club properly. So two things I would have her do is I would have her work on a little bit of a motion to allow her head to move slightly back with the golf swing. And as she does that, then she'll be able to stay back behind that ball through the strike. And when she comes down, get her to understand how this left arm needs to release or rotate and fold like Paula Creamer's does here on the right side of the screen. And you can really clearly see how those arms form an X right here with the left hand under the right. And as we swing this club up a little bit further, there's no X being formed. There's a big Y or a V being formed. So those are the two things I would have you do right now and work on the swing. And I know you sent me another swing. And let's see if I can get back to it. Posture-wise, not a big issue here. Could be a slight more bent forward from her spine, but no big deal. as the club goes back. I think a lot of the swing looks pretty good here. It's a little long, but I think that's still because the head's doing the wrong thing. I think if the head comes back, the body has tendency to turn better, and the club won't be so far back. Club works down from the inside beautifully, really lays that down off her right forearm nicely, and swings. So again, this swing is not a bad golf swing. We've got some good points to it, but we're just kind of lacking two different things in the swing to maximize some power potential. So hopefully those two things help us out, and good luck to you, and thanks for sending me your swing.